Hello everyone and welcome back to another Star Stable video. In this video, the Marching Gas Castle has released, so let's get straight into it. Approaching the drawbridge, high above Golden Hills, a silent castle waits. As Lucina probes the minds of Cape West Fishing Village, an ancient call stirs. Who will answer the call? Who will be the one to open the gates? And then we have new magic horses. We have the adventures beyond the veil may or may not involve coming face to face with all sorts of beasts. Some of those are more tame than others. We welcome 3 new dragon magical horse variations in the shimmering shades of green, blue, and purple. Fluttering with its magic wings, also a new variation of the magical moth horse. They are available within the new area, the dragons for 950 star coins each, and the moth for 900 star coins. So there's the 3 dragons and the moth horse. And then we also have Happy Horse Week, so for a week you'll get free stable care. And then we also have bonus Trailblazer points, so the Trailblazer track, you'll get 50 extra points on all activities and 2 bonus points on all gatherables. And then coming next week, we continue the Unravel the Web of Merchant Gas Divided History. So let's get straight into this update. Okay, guys, so I did buy one of the bundles. So I did get this horse in one of the Star Coins bundles I bought. So here is the moth horse that came with the bundle. I named this horse Nixie. So here's the normal coat. This horse is very nice. It has white, brown, and purple wings. And I honestly love this horse so much. Then we also got a set with this horse. So let's just claim all of this. I believe we got 1 tax set and a pet, which should be in here. So that should be everything. So looks like we got the witch tax set right here. Okay, so this is the set we got. We got the witch set that came out. And then we got this little, what even is this? I don't know, but we got this very cute creature. And I don't know what it is, but I love it. Oh, I also forgot to mention this, guys, but the normal coat of this Ardennes moth horse is the Palomino. And I also want to mention the eyes on this horse are very nice. I love the purple eyes that they put. Okay, guys, so here we are. We are going. And I can see the updated castle from over here, and it looked so good. Let's see if we can get a better view from the bridge. But, oh, the bridge got an update as well. I guess they updated the bridge to match the, like, color scheme of the castle. They didn't change the like shape of the bridge or anything. It's just the same, just different coloring and stuff. But I am currently doing this on Nightstar and I am probably soon gonna regret it. But you know what? Let's do this. What are you up to? Are you also here to solve the mystery of the Merchant Ghast? A mysterious castle, forgotten by all. I swear, it's right in there in the mountains, but no one ever talks about it. Based on my research, the castle itself isn't that old. It was probably completed in the late 18th century. Here's my idea. Would you help me interview some people over at Cape West Fishing Village? They live so close to the castle. They've got to know something. Sure, hop on. Thank you. Let's go. Let's ask around about the Merchant Gas Castle. I can't be the only history nerd who's dying to know more about it or what happened to the place. Alright, we're gonna ask the mayor. Alright, he seems to have no idea about it. And let's talk to this fisherman. Alright, looks like he has no idea about the castle either. Oh, anyone please come to the Merchant Gas. We need your help. Soon, it will be too late. What was that? Wait, a vision? You drew a blank? Same here, nobody knows anything. That's odd, right? What's that? You heard someone call for help? I didn't hear for anything. Whoa, a mysterious call for help as we are investigating? Don't you think it could be coming from the Merchant Gas Castle? Do you? Couldn't hurt to check. I need to check up on Zero. Make sure he's made it back to the stables, alright? Best of luck and stay safe. I guess we are going back up. Oh, look, and on the map, the Merchant Gas Castle is right here. Alright. I feel like the rock formation's a lot different. Okay. Oh, that's so cool. Wait, how did that happen? It was blocked off before. Wait, but how? Halt, witch. You are not welcome here. I order you to retreat at once. What? I'm not a witch. You witches cannot deceive me with your tricks. Leave this instant. I will not warn you once more. No soul will wear such attire. Only a rotten witch who tries to disguise themselves. In the name of Aideen, I swear I'm not a witch. Please let me in so we can talk. If you don't trust me afterwards, I'll leave. In the name of Aideen, you say? We will let you in this once, but I recommend you not try anything. Lower the drawbridge. Oh, I can't wait to enter. Oh my gosh, we've been waiting for this for so long. And are we going to talk about how, like, the rock formation over there just disappeared? Like, no one going to talk about that? Here we go, we're crossing the drawbridge. Indeed, witches never come from that gate. Perhaps you are being truthful. Let me introduce myself. My name is Margrethe, and I am the eldest daughter of Duke of Marchingast. This is Token, my partner. For now, I allow you to enter, and I hope you truly wish to help. But before we head inside, you must understand one thing. I will not hesitate to strike you down if you attempt anything strange. Now please follow me. I shall tell you what great and evil has tormented these parts. Destroyed walls or houses can be repaired, but what cannot be repaired is all the lives we lost. Riders mourning their horses, children losing their parents, families torn apart. Until just a few months ago, we were at war, a horrible war. This is what we call our outer bailey. In other words, this is one of the main courtyards, heart of the castle's daily life. Usually both nobles and commoners go about their day here. Okay, it looks very empty and quiet here, indeed, but we had no choice. We do what must keep our population safe from any outside threat. Will you understand that ever since the war, we are on high alert? We have to be cautious when it comes to strangers. These have been difficult times for all of us, nobles and commoners alike. Thankfully, everyone has worked tirelessly to keep our home safe. Attention, I believe this stranger means no harm. There is nothing to fear. Oh, is everyone just gonna come out of their hiding spots now or something? We highly value trust here, but we believe trust is not given, but earned. It was only fair for me to help you get to know our hardworking people, so if you will come with me and I'll introduce you to our day-to-day life. Alright, follow her about the castle. So looks like we have some shops over here maybe? Yeah, this is where the marching gas keeps their stalls, so you can get food, clothing, and right here. This is the gate to the inner bailey. On the other side, you will find the main keep. My father, William Jacob von Merchengas, lives there. Looks like we have a home stable right here. In case the main stable is unstable and safe, it is important to let one's horse get some rest every now and then. And then here's the dragon horses. During war against the witches, our horses were essential. If they are unwell or hurt, it is the most important that we nurse them back to health. And then right here looks like we have a task board. Allow me to introduce you to Hermine, Gretel, and Wolfgang. Earlier, I spoke to you about a recent war. Although things may seem peaceful now, life has not been easy for anyone. There are many issues to take care of: food shortages, repairs, injuries. Since you offered to help, would you like to listen to these people's concerns and see what you can do? I first need you to prove that you genuinely wish to help us. I hope you find your way around the casino. People here are understandably nervous when they see an unfamiliar face, but they will warm up to you as you get to know them. Okay, so looks like we have 3 quests right here. Hello, my name is Wolfgang. I love your outfit. I've never seen anything like it before. Listen, my dog Otto got loose. He's somewhere in the castle. Would you go look for him? I would go look for him myself, but there are certain areas in the castle I stay away from if I can. Find the missing dog. Okay, looks like we caught him. Alright, so we returned the dog. Now let's go and see what the other people need help with. Hello, who are you, and why are you in our castle? I don't know anything about you, but if Lady Margaret says you're here to help, so it be. My youngest daughter was supposed to deliver our grain around the castle, but she got scared by some noise and she ran away. She's too young and shouldn't have to help out. We need to find the grain sacks and deliver them. Food is scarce. We don't want people to starve. Okay, so we need to go find the grain stacks now. Okay, oops. All right, there is one. And then there should be a grain stack right here. Perfect. There we go. That should be the last stack. Let's go back. Okay, we collected all the sacks. Oh, you found them all. Thank you so much for lending us a hand. Although you just arrived here, I will make sure they are delivered right away. Alright, let's do the last quest. The area around Highness's paddock is quite shady. Since the war, we've been taking care of the more urgent repairs and making sure everyone has a roof over their heads again. But perhaps it's time to clean up the paddock area. We hope to host the show jumping competitions again soon, and I'm sure people could use a distraction in times like these. Really, you wish to help with the cleaning up? Well, thank you very much. I did not expect this of a newcomer. There's like a whole arena. Oh my gosh. Everything here is strange, different. Their clothes, their tools, their technology, the way they talk. It's almost like I'm in the past. This is actually like a really nice paddock. Alright, let's clean up all this gunk. Alright, let's go over here and get the last one. And there we go. That should be it. Perfect. Let's go back and tell her our work. Accept the quest. Alright, looks like we're done helping people out. I have to say, I'm quite happy to see that your actions match your words. I did not think you would agree to handle some of our day-to-day problems, but you did. It seems that I was right to trust my instincts about you, and maybe you will be a greater support to me than you realize. Now, I think it's time that you understand how dire our situation is. The gate of the Merchant Gas Forest, let me just show you. Follow me. Alright? Oh. Oh my. What are these things? It started right after the end of the war. We don't know what that is. All we know is it came from the forest. We call these strange things the blight. Our scientists believe it is a potent plant disease that it infects crops, kills trees, and even poisons humans and animals. Of course, everyone in the castle is terrified of this. What if it starts spreading? The blight is a curse by the witches that hide in the forest. We have been fighting with them for decades, and the last war was particularly awful. They wanted to get rid of us all. Now that our enemies have retreated farther, it has forbidden anyone from setting foot in the forest in order to avoid provoking them. But we have to do something. We cannot wait any longer. I just hope Father will see it the same way. Those things are what we call petrified blade. Regular weapons cannot break it, so I think you will need something more powerful. Our blacksmith will be able to help you, and I hope he allows us to open up the access to the forest. Our forge here has many uses. We are fortunate that we can forge not only irregular tools and weapons, but also other more rare items. Here, I'm giving you this magic shard. The blacksmith will need this in order to forge a lance for you. This shard practically screams Pandoria to me. I wonder how they got that power. Hello, Lady Margaret has requested a magic lance for you. It's been a long time since we forged one of those. It must mean that she demanded you worthy of it, and that is essential to ensure our safety. I trust Lady Margaret with my life, so you have to trust me too. However, we require our riders to earn their equipment here, so you will be using the forge, and I will guide you through it. Oh wait, is this it? Oh, it's this. Okay. Work the iron on the anvil. Okay, the anvil's over here. Pull the iron in the water. Okay, the water's right here. Perfect. Heat the iron on the forge. The forge. Okay. Why is it so laggy? Work the iron on the anvil. It's just like Conrad's quest, right? The anvil, pulling the water in the, pulling it, working on the anvil, heat the iron, pull the iron in the water. It should be the last step, right? There we go. I can see they have forging experience. Nice work. Now I will use your magic shard to add some finishing touches. Now your lance is ready. Here you go. Alright, do we get the lance? Oh! Alright, looks like it's powerful. I don't know how I know what to do with it, but there we go. You have acquired a lance. Please be careful with that. It uses extremely magical power, and most people will not be able to wield it. If you ask me, I hope this is the last time I ever forge one of these. I would rather make horseshoes and chandeliers. Look at me rambling again. Please hurry back to Lady Margaret. If she has deemed it necessary to make one for you, it only can mean one thing. Dark times are upon us again. Okay, here we go. Incredible, you are able to forge the Pandoric lance. Clearly, there is more to you than meets the eye. Only a few of us have enough efficiency to wield the Pandoric lances. Being given one is a great honor in our society. It contains a lot of power. Therefore, I ask you to only use it against the blight, and not for anything else. I shall teach you how to wield it. Thanks to this lance, you should be able to break the petrified blight like a regular lance. You need to charge with your horse towards your target. First, you need to aim the smaller fragments in order to weaken its heart. Alright, so that's what we do. Do we go and boom. Okay, let's go like that. Oh, okay. Like that. There we go. Fine work. Now aim for the heart to break it. And boom. Alright, there we go. And we unlocked the forest, I think, at least. You have opened up the passage to the forest. I've never seen someone learn how to wield our lances so quickly. For most people, it would take months of practice. Impressive work. As children, all of us have heard tales about the forest, people vanishing in swamps, trees coming to life, or terrifying beasts that haunt your nightmares. However, the most evil presence in the forest is undoubtedly the witches. They are strong and merciless. They will do anything to get rid of us all in this castle. I wish I did not have given you such an important mission to a newcomer, but I fear for our people's safety, and I shudder to think about what might happen if we do not do something. That is why I need you to find their hamlet and a way to stop the blight. So we are now going to venture into the forest. Oh, this is such a cool area. Okay. Oh, there's some red smoke right there. Oh, it's like a firefly. You're right, what's all this strange fog for? It doesn't feel safe at all to ride into. You were not able to progress further because of the horrible blighted fog? I should have spoken to you about that before I sent you off. Please accept my apologies. I hoped that it would not affect you in the same way. Allow me to explain this properly. This bladed fog covers everything in the forest and poisons any living being within a few seconds, so you cannot stay in it for too long or it infects you and your horse. When in the forest, please proceed with caution. The witches and beasts could be anywhere. Stay on your horse, do not dismount. I do not want the blight to take you like it took the others before. The fog is another strange category of the blight. Although father has forbidden it, I ventured into the outskirts of the forest once, and I spotted a witch in the distance. She had a lantern that kept her horse safe from the blighted frog. If you can get a hold of their magic, you might be able to travel in the forest safely without being affected by the blight. Oh, what is that? Seems like something is approaching. Oh, it's that creature that's the new pet creature holding a lantern. What I've seen that creature before. Watch out. It does not seem to be aggressive this time. What does it want? Look, it seems to be holding a witch lantern. In any case, I cannot let it enter the castle. Not only has father ordered it, but our people are scared of the forest beasts. Are we gonna take its lantern or something? Let's see what it wants. It seems the lantern it's carrying holds some form of magic. It feels quite safe with it. Let's follow it into the forest, but let's make sure we stay close to it and the lantern. Oh, return to your castle now, or it'll turn you into one of these trees. What do we have here? A lost squirrel? Did the castle folk send you? You have no idea what you've gotten yourself into. We don't let anyone into our hamlet. Hamlet in the forest, it's all we have left. Our sisters are gone. Our lands are poisoned. The beasts are suffering. What more can you take from us? I don't belong to the castle. I come from Jorvik, and I'm not here to attack your hamlet, I swear. Silence! You have the evil lance. All the same, you won't fool us ever again. Be gone now. Leave this forest immediately, or you'll forever be a part of it. It's no use. Now what can I do? I guess I have to go back to Margaret. I'm sorry, little one. Can you help me back to the castle? You still want me to follow you? Alright, but better be quick in case the witch comes back. Oh, there's the poisoned stuff again. I don't think we can go past. Or are we going to use the evil lance to get through? Oh, there's another creature thing. Okay, let's see. Help, the blight took me. The blight, I feel weak. Please help me. Alright, can do this. Let's free the beast from the blight. We can use the Pandoric lance from Margaret. Let's start destroying the fragments. Alright, so we need to destroy these first. Perfect. Here we go. And there should be one more right here. And then we can go all the way up here. And boom. There we go. Now we have our little creature friends right here. I am free. The blight is terrifying. It took so many of my kind, so many other beast kinds. Oaks, pines, grass, flowers, too. That's horrible. Are you feeling better now? Yes, thank you so much for your help. Without you, I would have... Wait, how do you know our names? I know many things since I danced around the lonely beacon. Our life warden. My kind is called Mar. We call this forest home for many creatures. We have seen it, the destruction, the war, the hatred, and now the blight has taken over everything. Your help will be needed. We must find a way to stop the blight together before it's too late. I will do whatever I can to help. Thank you. There is so much for you to learn about this place. We will talk more later. I sense someone is coming our way. Oh, we are cooked. We are cooked. You, why are you still here? Did I not tell you to leave? Well then, if you don't want to leave this forest, then so it be. Would you prefer being turned into a tree? Or a beetle, maybe? No, stop. She freed me from the blight with the lance, although she did not have to. She's not like the others. She cares. She cares? Did this little squirrel help Mar without being asked? And did she even use that evil lance for a good cause? Intriguing. Maybe we could have some use for you after all. Who are you? Speak. I come here because I was called and I want to stop evil. Alright then, you can keep the lantern that Mara borrowed from us, as long as you don't use it for evil. But it's drained of its energy. You'll need to refuel to protect yourself from the blight. Thank you. I will use it well. This lantern fits nicely on my saddle, but does it shine a lot less than before? How do I refuel it? See those flying things around there called wandering seeds? They come from our life warden tree, the lonely beacon. We use them to fuel our lanterns with the glimmer magic. The magic glimmer in the lantern will protect you from the blight, but only if it's not drained. You will need to pick up life warden seeds before it's empty. And what happens if it's empty? There we go. Look at that. You can listen after all. Well done. One last thing. The glimmer in the lantern can be connected to the bond, so you have to keep your lantern on your horse for it to work. Prove yourself worthy of it by reaching our hamlet. I'll wait for you there, for a while at least. Let's see if you find it. Perfect. And here is the hamlet. Oh, and here's the moth horse right there. Oh, looks like we also have a task board for the witches. Oh, and we even have a trailer over here too. Perfect. So I don't need to find my way back over here because that ain't happening. There you are. How delightful. Alright, you know how to use your lantern in order to find our hamlet, and you even showed that you care about the beasts of the forest. An introduction is in order now, I suppose. My name is Abigail. I'm one of the sisters of Saltus Coven. In other words, I'm one of the witches that live, I should say, survive in this forest. I'll show you a couple of things we know. There are so few of us left, we don't expect a thriving, happy town. First, I need to know, are you the witches to blame for the blight? Again, with the ignorance. I'm not even going to waste my time answering that. Show us that you're on our side, and maybe we'll talk about this again one day. For now, we have better things to do, so follow me. Okay, so I guess we'll never know who controls the blight then. So it looks like we have a few shops in here, the horses and everything. So it looks like we're going over here. You already met the Mar. This is where they like to spend their time with us. They're extremely intelligent beings, very ancient, too. According to the castle folks, they are monsters. They say the Mar are the ones creating the nightmares or something. So ignorant. It's true, their call can be a little spooky, and if they fear for life, you don't want to see what they will do. But it's only if you threaten them first, most of the time. But the sisters that came before us have lived with them for centuries. Who could hate them or fear them? This is important, so pay attention, unless you want the blight to take you. This here is the lantern tree, and it protects our hamlet. It emits the same protective energy as your lantern. We call it the glimmer. Whenever you get close to it, you don't need to fear the blight. Lantern trees will fill up the energy in your lantern. Out of the forest, you will see some smaller versions of this. They are also called lantern saplings. We created those. They'll protect you from the blight whenever you get close to them. However, unlike lantern trees, they don't contain enough glimmer to recharge your lantern. Instead, you will need to find wandering seeds in order to refuel your lantern when exploring the forest. And then here's one of the horses. Here you will find a moth horse. They used to live in the forest, but because of the blight, we had to keep them here. But they are brave, and they will venture into the forest when required. This is where we brew our potions, both for everyday needs and emergencies. We don't share any details about our coven spells with outsiders, no exceptions. Potions proved to be very useful during war against the castle folks, but we don't have them for darker purposes anymore. What matters today is surviving. You are welcome to our hamlet for now, but you better watch yourself. Do anything bad and I'll take that lantern right back. I'm watching you. Now you know a couple things about us, how many we are, what we have, what we care about, and I even lent you one of our glimmer lanterns, because I saw you help the beast without expecting anything in return. I don't know if it was right to let you in, but we're out of options anyway. Prove me right. Earn our trust. I'll allow you to come and go into this hamlet as you please, as long as you really want to save the beast from the blight. In return, we expect you to pull in your weight. There's more than enough to do for all of us. The blight is causing a lot of suffering to the beasts that call this forest home. It is time for you to learn about other beast kinds and learn how you can help them. If you don't know which task to pick, then feel free to check our task board. Why don't you check it now, then come back to me. Alright, let's see what tasks are currently available. So we have Guiding the Walled Fengen, Blighted Nucus, and the Ritual of Shadows. And these quests are daily or weekly. And then looks like we have something right here. And then looks like you can progress through. The other witches here are a lot more mistrustful. One day you'll get why, but I can't tell you who you can talk to. If you want to wander in the forest and aid suffering beasts, Betty is the witch to talk to. She's our expert on all beast things. A long time ago, witches used to encounter a lot more beast kinds. Nowadays, few kinds are left, called the Waldfengen. They've managed to adapt to the blight, but not fully. They still need us. Go talk to Betty. My name is Betty. You sense it too. I know it. There's a beast in dire need of help in this forest. We can't stay here long and do nothing. What people outside call beasts have lived here in this forest for a long time, before any of us. There are more of them than most humans will ever see. But since war, with those heartless castle folks, the blight infects every living being. Some disoriented or some poisoned, and it's up to the Saltus Coven to help them get back into their feet. I have to stand and watch in case the village is under threat. Follow my sister Rebecca and she'll take you to the beast we're keeping an eye on. Okay, let's see. Oh, okay, that's a big creature. All right. Okay, yep. Mm, okay. Oh, poor thing. This is the walled fagin. I believe he was here when the forest came to life. They are a tree spirit, although some think the marching gas forest itself took its form. It lives in harmony with the forest, feeding off the wandering seeds that you see floating around everywhere. This causes the shell to light up, which provides light and warmth for all living things. When the blight came, we saw that the walled fagin light offered a refuge from the toxic fog. Our coven took inspiration from it in order to craft our lanterns. When the waldfagin is in its home, it offers a safe shelter around it and even charges our lanterns like the lantern trees. They chose to make their homes where the wind carries the wandering seeds. However, just like any other beast, it can get lost. Without any light left in its shell, it can't find the strength to cross the blight. We sisters of the Saltus Coven use our light lanterns to help the waldfagin find its home. Go on. Use the lantern we lent you to discharge the waldfagin's shell and help it home. Alright, so looks like we go over here. We click on it, and we've laid up its shell. Oh, okay. And there it goes, walking off. So now we just go help it home. The waldfagin has ran out of energy. Use the lantern we lent you to charge its shell. Alright, let's charge its shell again. Good, the wildfagin is back home. It usually remains home for days, then wanders off again the following week, in searching for more wandering seeds. Or does it have another purpose? We don't know. The next time it needs help, we just help. And now we count on you. Welcome home, my friend. You're safe now. Thanks to you, we'll be safe too. We don't have a lot of resources left. Almost everything was poisoned by the blight, the plants, the trees, even the water. So without Martha's cleaning potions, we couldn't be here. Out there's a beast called the Nucus. It looks a little like a wolf, but it's an amphibian and has scales. But sadly, they're maybe the one the blight is hurting the most. Martha has found a way to counter the effects of the blight on them. Go ask her. The blight affects each and every one of us differently. The Saltus Coven, we've created a way to stave off the blight with our lanterns. But not all bees have been lucky enough to evolve to withstand it. One of the bees have not been so lucky is the Nucus. They originally emerged from the swamps in the north to the outside world. They're a water spirit whose only goal is to drag innocent people into swamps, or some kind of demon that wants to eat them. Ignorance. If the Nucus is exposed to the blight for too long, its behavior can change. They end up wandering away from their homes and prowl the forest. They don't mean to harm us, not really. They're just sick and vulnerable. I was in the forest and spotted a nucus that showed signs of being blighted. I've marked its location on your map. Find it and draw its attention with your lantern. It will start chasing you, not to attack you, but to try to extinguish the glimmer in your lantern. When it tries to attack your lantern, flare up your magic at the right time and it will be scared away for a moment. Then the nucus will keep following you as long as you have any glimmer left in your lantern. Make sure it doesn't run out of energy, or it'll lose interest and return back to where you found it. Bring the nucus to me, and I'll use this potion to cure it. Good luck. We'll see how this goes. Okay, yep, that's definitely something creepy. Good work. The potion will cleanse the nucus from the poisonous effect of the blight. I will keep an eye on this one to make sure it recovers well. Alright, and then looks like we get a daily with Martha now. Alright, meet Mercy. The blight isn't the only threat in the forest. There is also old shadows haunting and tormenting us. Those shadows, they are ghosts of our dead sisters. We call them the Shadow Witches. Are these the same Shadow Witches as the ones on Scarecrow Hill? Shadow Witches cannot be encountered anywhere. They pass away, they will roam. Every day, we have to perform a ritual to appease the shadows of the past witches. This is a difficult trick in the forest. It will not be a problem for a skilled rider such as you. If you feel ready to take on the challenge, talk to Mercy over there. We'll be waiting. Hello, my name is Mercy, and I'm one in charge of doing the rituals of the Saltus Coven. We keep most of our rituals secret to outsiders. However, there is one we really need your help for. I will let Abigail explain. Thank you. In order to understand our situation today, you need to know our past. You see, the Coven is not what it used to be. For centuries, the castle folks carried out so-called witch hunts, capturing and killing any witch they saw. Lost so many of our sisters. We've been hiding in the forest ever since. Even more of us fell when we went to war against the castle folk. When witches die, they sometimes find themselves trapped in between two realms. They continue roaming where they died, and they are not themselves anymore. We call them shadow witches. The shadow witches are full of anger and grief. They attack anyone. Every day we perform a ritual of the shadows in order to appease them, even though it's only temporary. Ride through the forest and bring them to life with a life warded tree. There we will perform the ritual. Not everyone here trusts you. I've seen what you do. This is why we allow you to be part of this. Beware though. In this ritual, you will have to race to avoid the shadow witches. Okay. Oh, I'm on a level 5 horse. Okay. Um, let's hope they are generous because it is so laggy. Oh, it's so laggy. I'm gonna die because how laggy it is. Wait, what happens if I get hit? Oh my gosh, how did I do that with like a few milliseconds left? Do I still need to collect these blue things even when I'm racing? Because I feel like that's like not good because I'm focusing on the race while trying to collect the blue things. But I don't know. They seem to be on the course, so it shouldn't be that much of a problem. They also seem to be on the jump, so I don't know if that helps, but who knows. Okay, now that I'm out of that like populated area, it's a lot easier to do the race. Though still laggy, it's still pretty much very easier. It's just so hard to think that this is like gonna be like so popular for like a few weeks, and then everyone's just gonna leave and go back to Steve's. And like unless they keep updating quests here, it's just gonna end up like the Wildwoods. They had made such a good quest line for the Wildwoods and stuff, and then they just stopped putting quests there, and then everyone just left and went back to Steve's. So the same thing's gonna happen here if they don't like continue their quest line. So I really hope they do make the right decision and this ends up being a pretty populated area because it definitely deserves to be one. Anyway, let's just keep on doing this race. I wonder how long it is. Oops, I crashed. Okay. Why do I have my lance out? Okay. Oh shoot. Oh shoot. Okay. Oh, it's laggy. It's laggy. Alright, there we go. I have a feeling this quest is going to be so much easier to do in like a few days where it's like so much like less laggy and like everyone's like moved on and stuff. Maybe that's the finish. It looks like we're back at the hamlet. We're not at the life warden tree. Okay, what's that? Okay, so all the witches are here. Oh, okay, it spawned out of nowhere. Okay, that's reasonable. Alright, so looks like there's a force field happening. Alright, now we're gonna go over there. The Ritual of the Shadows is complete. Alright, so looks like we finished it. So we're level 1, so I guess I just keep doing my quest to level up here. So I do the quest on the task board, and then I'll just keep leveling up through this whole thing, and then I guess we'll get maybe a prize or something at the end. Oh, it continues for a while. So it's kind of like the Hollow Woods. So you go to the task board, you do your daily and weekly tasks, and then you get reputation with both what do you want to call them? Houses or something? I don't know, that's medieval terms, but I don't really know. And then once you gain enough reputation, you unlock something else. So right here, I need to get 450 and I have 200. So I get 450, I'll unlock the next level. And then we'll just keep progressing through. And then I guess the storyline continues as you go. But unfortunately, as it just came out, you can't get the next level as it says coming soon. So yeah, there's that. You saw how tough things are out here. Beasts don't stand a chance in the forest with the blight. If only we had a large cozy space that'll allow them in, like a big castle full of riches and free from the blight fog. They have it nice and easy up there, lots of space, clean water and food. There's also few of us left out here, and the blight is threatening all beings. But see, the castle folks, they're terrified of the beasts. Some even hate them. You have no idea who they really are. They are not what they seem. How about I talk to Margaret? Maybe she'll help. Margaret, you think you can convince her to take care of the beast? She's just as awful as her father. She'll never dare to go against him. But you're welcome to try if you want. That's what I keep telling my sisters. If we don't do anything different this time, we're doomed. Beast, witches, all of us. Alright, so I guess we're going back to the castle. You made it back unharmed? What a relief. You were gone for so long. I must say I fear the worst. After all, you are new to these parts. I felt guilty letting you face the horrors of the forest. What, you encountered the witches? And you even saw their hamlet? I can hardly believe they let you escape alive. None of us have been able to find their hamlet for years. Maybe it's really like in the folk tales. You only find them when they want you to. What are you saying? You found beasts suffering because of the blight in the forest? And you want to use the castle to help them? Beasts roaming around the castle? Do you realize what you're asking of me? Of us? But again, it was a long time ago, but I heard stories. People would sometimes see beasts roaming around the castle grounds peacefully, but it was before everything. I fear he will not approve of this. However, I want to do everything in my power to prevent the beast from suffering, and I shall convince him. I understand that you aim to use our resources to aid the beast, and I will assist you in your efforts, as long as you promise that you will not harm a soul here. However, proving our subjects that neither you nor beasts are a threat will be difficult. In order to win them over, you will have to build a good reputation for yourself. In such a large castle, there is never a shortage of tasks to carry out. Some of our people, noble or a commoner, might need help with various things. There is a task board behind me. This is where the Marching Gas Castle posts any requests they might have. I suggest you go read the task board to understand how we run things here. You go here, you complete your quests, and then once you complete your quests, you get 200 per. You go over here, and then you do the same thing. You complete it. So in the Merchant Gas Castle, I am 0 out of 450, and you can go here, and again, it's coming soon, so you can't even do it yet. But you complete your quest, and I guess like it continues the story of convincing people to let the beast in. So I'm sure like every single level you get a new quest of convincing them to let you bring the beast into the castle. So I'm guessing that's how that works. So there's the board for the marching gas, so you can kind of do like both. I will do what I can to help you succeed. First of all, I recommend you speak with some of the most trusted advisors, I dare say friends. When it comes to beasts, I am certain they will be more open-minded than others. We are proud to have the world re-owned show jumping expert as part of our retrainers. Gelisa von Mode. Perhaps you've heard about her. She can be somewhat a particular character. You will see for yourself. You will find her in the paddock area by the castle. I've heard about you. You seem to have impressed the other people around town, but you won't be able to convince me that easily. I answer to the Duke only. However, I am more than happy to assist you if you need to learn about the magnificent show jumping traditions. My manners. Let me introduce myself. I am Fra Gles von Mode, and I am very proud to serve His Highnesses Willem Jacob von Merchengast. I come from a long line of horse lovers and competition enthusiasts. The House of Merchengast takes horses very seriously, and show jumping is among the most noble activities a rider can dedicate themselves to. If you ask me, it is the best way to get familiar with the Merchengast culture and take part in our day-to-day life. You are new to the castle, so like all newcomers, you must earn your place in our society. Here is how we teach show jumping to all, whether they are noble rank or more modest origins. Alright, so it looks like we are getting a nice little show jumping course. Alright, it's going to be super laggy, so if I mess up, bear with me. Okay, so there we go. Those hay bales are conveniently in the perfect spot, aren't they? And then here we go. Oh, that's an awkward turn. Oh, it's so laggy. I just think about like how much easier this could be if I was like I transferred to like Cupcake Valley or something like that. This would have been like 10 times easier. But it's whatever. And up and up. I failed. Okay, there we go. That was super laggy. Alright, let's go talk to Serve on thingy. So I guess this turns into a daily jumping course, and you can earn XP with the marching gas by completing your jumping course right there. A few of us, myself included, has always loved hearing tales about the forest. For Ada held the captain guard, it even developed into a pastime of hers. You will find her posted by the North Gate House. She and I have been friends for as long as I can remember. Before the war, she would take any chance she could to venture into the forest. She is what you would call a curious mind. She wants to understand how things work and why things are the way they are. The blight, the witches, the magic, the everything. Hello, my name is Ada Al-Hayed, and I belong to His Highness's guard. What? Lady Margaret would like us to help save some of the beasts in the forest? Is that really what she wants? In any case, I saw something when I was observing from one of the towers. One of these massive beasts. I was unable to go back to its home because of petrified blight. You have a magic lance now, so maybe you can open up the passage if that's what Lady Margaret wishes. I can see why she asked you to come to me. See, I always loved exploring the forest, and I've read every book I could find about the beasts, the forest, fairy tales mostly. According to the tales we hear as kids, I think we call those big, slow-moving beasts Waldfegen. People used to see lights in the distance, and I think the lights were the forest trying to trick you. When someone disappeared in the forest, they blamed the lights for causing them to go astray. Let's come back to reality. This morning I saw one of them with my own eyes. It was both terrifying and fascinating. I'm not sure, but it didn't look hostile or aggressive. I think it was just trying to go home. But the passage was blocked by petrified blight, the same that has started growing in the castle. Maybe Lady Margaret is right, and we need to do something. Okay, so I guess we are going to go help the wildfagin thingy home. The poor thing, it can't enter its shelter. It seems to be a place where it can rest and be safe. I need to break the petrified blight so it can get back into its home. These fragments seem to be connected to the heart. Destroying them first will probably weaken it.
Alright, let's destroy these fragments. Alright. And let's get this last one. I think this is the last one. Oh, wait, I forgot I need to write it. Can I write faster? Okay, there we go. And then I think we can strike the heart.
There we go. And there he goes eating his little flying seed things. Okay, he seems happy. And there he goes. I don't know if is he trying to lay down? Okay. Thank you for helping the wildfagin. To think always consider them as monsters. Maybe we're the wrong. Sadly, many of us in the castle have never seen a beast that was not hostile before. Because of the tragic events of the war, we only ever saw their scarier side. But there's one man that always disagreed. We call him Old Hands. Some people call him the Beastmaster to make fun of him. And there is no animal or beast he will not love. Even during the worst times in the war, he kept protesting. Stop fighting, and the beast will stop fighting, he always said, but he was not listened to. Maybe his compassion is what we need right now. Please speak to Hans and ask him what you can do to help him. Greetings, my name is Hans. Lady Margaret spoke of you? Allowing back some of the forest beasts into the castle? Oh, I am honored Lady Margaret trusts me with such an important business. Unfortunately, those beasts called Mar aren't exactly following the castle etiquette. Could you give me a hand? Ever since I was a small child, I've always been fascinated by beasts. I never understood why everyone called them monsters. But with the war and everything that happened, that wasn't really a popular belief around here. So I would be delighted to help you change people's minds around here. The thing is, it won't be easy, and it will take time. I just saw one of those Mar fly by. Would you mind looking up there and see if you can find it? If you do, please bring it back here and we'll release it back into the forest. Someday, the people here will be ready to see them around. Understandably, they don't feel safe around us castle folks, so they tend to hide to avoid harm. But once you're in the castle courtyard, try listening to its calls. Right, there we go. Alright, so it looks like it's hiding behind the bush right there. Well done, you found it. I'll make sure to release it back into the forest as soon as possible. Thank you for your help. This happens all the time, so please come by and help me. Okay, there we go, and now that turns into a daily as well. Okay, so now if we go to this board right here, we are now 200 out of 450 for both of them. So basically, the only thing you can do right now is just keep gathering up your XP until you hit 450, and then you just need to wait until next Wednesday update, or they will release the rest of the update. So yeah, there we go. We now finished all the quests the Marching Guest has to offer. So now we are going to buy the dragon horses and some clothing. So we're going to start with the clothing. Alright, so this is just a food shop. I think this would be the clothing shop. Yes, it is. So now we just need to wait for all the clothing to load. Let's see, do we want anything from here? Ooh, wait, that's a really nice saddle. We're gonna have to get this saddle. I also really like this jacket right there. And then I don't really need white riding pants. I don't really like that saddle. Alright, I think that's it for clothing right now. I might come back and get other stuff as like I find stuff I like. But I think that's all that's like calling my name from this shop. Okay, so looks like we have 3 new dragons right here. And then here we have the 2 old dragons, the 2 original dragons that first came out in Star Stable. And then I guess the second dragons that came out are still at the medieval camp. So here's a Fendrum. And I will say these normal coats are also very nice. I mean, look at this red roan. So we are going to buy this one. Okay, so we're going to name this horse Phantom. I'm probably going to make them all stallions and eternal because, you know, like it's a Frisian dragon horse, seems like a stallion. And of course, the dragons are going to be eternal. So here is Phantom. Let's ride now. Okay, so here is the new dragon horse. This is like the greenish purple one. So there we go. And of course it has the special move on it, the fire breathing move. Okay, so here's the next one. It has a gray dun base coat. Very nice as well. It's more of a bluish one, I want to say. I think we are going to name this horse Sparrow. And Sparrow is going to be a Stallion Eternal. And here we go. We bought Sparrow. Here's Sparrow. And as I said, I love the eyes on all these horses. The eyes are like so like well done with all the colors. And of course, here's the normal coat and stuff. So let's buy the final dragon horse. And it has a bay base coat color. And it is the green dragon horse. Green Goblin. I feel like I like Green Goblin. Like, I didn't like it at first, but it's growing on me. Green Goblin. I like it. You know what? Let's do Green Goblin, Stallion Eternal. And here we have Green Goblin. There we go. And here's Green Goblin. Again, I'm obsessed with the eyes. And here's the normal coat. So yeah, here is Green Goblin. Okay, so here we are, and let's go check out these shops. So there is multiple other things. Trying to see like what jumps out at me. Okay, so it looks like there's the set I'm wearing, and then there's also this one. Um, Nothing really is like, oh my gosh, I need that. I don't really see anything like I desperately need. I like the set they had in the bundle. If they didn't give me the set I have right now, I probably would have bought it. But everything here I really have no use for. So I don't think I'm gonna buy anything from that shop. Is this a makeup place? Looks like we have new makeups. We have all these witch makeups that you can buy right here. There we go. I don't think I'm going to buy any of these either, but there's also new hairstyles. So we have this hairstyle, this hairstyle, this hairstyle, this one, and this one. Again, I don't like any of those either. And that's it for this hairdresser. There is also matching dragons for sale over here. So we have Alter the green dragon pet. We have Char the green and red dragon pet. And then we have Soat the bluish dragon pet. I'm also not going to buy any of these because I bought dragon pets last time and I never ended up using them. And then we have another makeup place right here. Okay, I had to relog because my like whole UI glitched. I couldn't like click anything. But we also have a hairdresser right here. So we have new makeup. It looks like it's just nothing too major. So we have those, and then in the hairdresser we have some of these new like smuggler Fort Pinta hairs, and then we have this bun hair and all these different colors. Then we have the buns in the same two colors with like the little curly strand right there. So there's that hairdresser right there. Anyway, that is it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you're enjoying Marching Gas because this is definitely a very exciting place and it's definitely very nice. So I definitely do recommend come go checking this out. I hope you guys enjoyed the update. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye guys.